You know, Japanese hot springs, or onsen, are so much more than just a hot bath. They're a really cherished natural wonder, a huge part of the culture, and for many, a true source of healing. So today, let's dive into this incredible gift, one that bubbles up from deep inside our planet.
Just picture it for a second. You're soaking in this naturally hot, mineral-rich water, and all around you is this silent, snowy landscape. It's such an iconic image of peace, isn't it? It really speaks to that deep, deep connection between nature and well-being in Japan.
And get this isn't some rare, hard-to-find luxury. This number, almost 3,000, that's how many official onsen locations are scattered all across Japan. To put that into perspective, there are more onsen in Japan than there are Starbucks. I mean, from the biggest cities to the tiniest mountain villages, these natural springs are just woven into the fabric of daily life.
So in this explainer, we're going to peel back the layers. First, we'll look at the incredible geology that's happening right under our feet. And then we'll uncover the science behind why these waters are so famous for their healing powers. To really get what an onsen is, we have to start deep, and I mean deep inside the earth. The whole story of these healing waters is written in fire, rock, and just immense pressure. You see, our planet's crust isn't one solid piece. It's broken up into these massive tectonic plates that are always moving around. And Japan? Well, it sits right where 4 of these plates crash together, putting it smack dab on the Pacific Ring of Fire. That's the most active place on Earth for earthquakes and volcanoes.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. Look at the connection here. On the left, you've got Japan's volcanic belts, and on the right, that's where all the hot springs are. That overlap is no coincidence at all. It's pure cause and effect. Where you find fire below, you're almost guaranteed to find healing water up above.
But here's a fascinating little twist. Not all onsen are born directly from volcanoes. It turns out the Earth has a few different recipes, you could say, for creating these natural hot tubs, and each one creates a totally unique kind of water. This diagram gives us a fantastic look at the 4 main ways onsen get made. Way over on the left, you see the classic volcanic type heated by magma. Then, as you move to the right, you see non-volcanic types, where water gets heated way down deep or along fault lines. And finally, that one on the far right is super cool. It's ancient, trapped seawater. So let's break down each of these recipes one by one. Okay, first up, the most famous recipe, the classic. Rainwater seeps way down into the ground until it gets near a pocket of magma. That incredible heat basically boils the water, loading it up with volcanic minerals like sulfur, as it rushes back up to the surface as a powerful, steaming spring. And wow, this just perfectly shows the sheer power of a volcanic spring. This is the Yubatake, or hot water field, at Kusatsu Onsen. We're talking thousands of liters of super acidic, piping hot water gushing out every single minute, right in the middle of town. It's incredible. All right, our second recipe doesn't need a volcano nearby at all. Instead, it uses deep cracks in the Earth's crust, what we call fault lines. Water that's already hot from being deep in the Earth finds an easy way up through these fractures, and on its way, it picks up all sorts of minerals from deep rock layers. A perfect example of this is Arima Onsen, one of the oldest hot spring towns in all of Japan. Its famous gold spring, or kinsen, is packed with iron, which gives it this amazing reddish-brown color you see here. And all that water travels up from deep inside the Earth through a major fault system. The third recipe is based on a really simple idea. The deeper you go into the Earth, the hotter it gets. It's called the geothermal gradient. So water that's trapped miles underground gets heated up naturally by the planet's core, even if there isn't a volcano for miles. And this is where modern technology comes into play. With these massive drilling rigs, we can now tap into these deep geothermal reservoirs. It's the reason you can sometimes find a beautiful onsen right in the middle of a big city, nowhere near any mountains or volcanoes. Now for our last recipe, and maybe the most mind-bending one. This one involves ancient seawater, water that got trapped in underground rock formations millions of years ago. Over all that time, this trapped water gets slowly heated up by the Earth's natural warmth. This ancient origin gives the water some really unique qualities. It's often dark, like this kuruyu, or black water, because it's full of organic stuff from ancient plants and animals. When you take a bath in this, you are literally soaking in a prehistoric ocean. How wild is that? So, okay, we've got these 4 different recipes, but how does the water's unique chemistry, from its long journey, actually change how we feel when we get in the tub? Well, it all comes down to science. One of the biggest things you'll notice is the pH level. Acidic waters, like the ones at volcanic Kusatsu, they have this crisp, almost tingling effect on your skin, kind of like a natural cosmetic toner. But then you have alkaline waters, and they feel incredibly smooth and slippery, almost like soapy water. They're famous for making your skin feel silky soft.
Next up is something called osmotic pressure, which is really just a fancy term for how concentrated the minerals are in the water. Think of it like this. Water with low minerals is really gentle, and your skin actually soaks it up. That's why your fingers get wrinkly. But water with a super high mineral concentration does the opposite. Its powerful minerals get absorbed into your body. This can have some amazing effects, but it also means you probably shouldn't soak for too long.
All right, now let's connect all this geology and chemistry to the amazing health benefits that have made onsens so important to Japanese wellness. Because it's about more than just feeling relaxed. There's some real biology going on here. Let me introduce you to the hero of our story, the heat shock protein, or HSP. Think of these as your body's own tiny microscopic repair crew. They're inside your cells, and their main job is to find and fix other proteins that have been damaged by stress, by sickness, or just by everyday life. So here's the crucial part, this powerful three-step process. First, everyday stress damages proteins inside your cells. Then, when you get into a hot onsen, that heat acts as a mild positive stress that signals your body to make more of these heat shock proteins. Finally, this newly boosted army of HSPs gets to work, going all through your body, repairing damage, strengthening your cells, and even boosting your immune system. It's like your body's own deep cleaning cycle, and it's all triggered by the simple act of soaking in hot water.
So from volcanic fire all the way to cellular repair, the onsen is a truly amazing gift from our planet. It connects us to the Earth's incredible power and reminds us of our own body's ability to heal itself. It's a beautiful tradition that just asks us to slow down, soak, and appreciate this warm embrace from the world right beneath our feet.